now she's gone. But our green screening is not done. Too many people will stop there. Now this is where spill suppression comes into play. So on most chroma key items, you have the tolerance of the hue, the tolerance of the saturation, the luminance, and the edge sharpness. You say, what the hell is all of that? You don't need to know. All you need to know is you either go to the left or to the right. If anybody looks closely at that screen up there, you'll see that we still see the spotlight circles. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a little bit, isn't there, in the
You
joint?
can still see like there's some dark areas. So, it's trial and error. So I go to the hue, and ooh, look, it starts to disappear.
Yeah.
All right. Now the background becomes sharper. I go to the saturation, because everything works together. Looks a little darker, nothing really much happening. Not really much happening. But, Then I go to the luminous. Luminous for light, which we want to control the lighting on the green screen.
Yeah. I got rid of the shadows then,
Yeah.
didn't I?
I can just see a little bit.
Yeah.
Where?
I think,
The shadows you see are the
Not
actual
full.
shadows on the
I can
picture.
I can see it just there. There, see
Where?
there.
Yeah, blue line.
Oh, know what
Yeah,
that
but the
is?
shadows have gone up the.
Wait. You know what? You got really good eyes, Debbie. You know what that is?
no what?
That's
the joint between the
actually,
floor and the
Yeah.
and the wall. Yeah.
so, we got an edge sharpness,
Yeah, gone.
and it's gone.
Wow.
Edge sharpness. Yeah? Now, you got to understand something.
Wow, that is really
Reason
that's
why the
brilliant,
floor is so important here, right? Neil?
She has.
Look at the picture. Reason why the floor is so important is because, again, she's not George Reeves. She's, we can see what she's standing on. But we need to feel that she's standing in the forest.
Yeah.
Do we feel that she's standing in the forest?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
But her
That's
face
not
is
the
the
answer.
same.
Make it
Kind of.
smaller.
No,
Make it
she
smaller?
looks too big.
Now, Tracy's right. Person who didn't want to be here. Make it smaller. So, we go to the top of the frame, and all of a sudden she's Ant-Man, or Ant-Woman, or the Wasp. Oh, look how small she get. We don't make her that small. We just kind of make her like in line with the tree line. So,
Then you move, that's it, yeah.
right? Now, with my eyes, her head looks like it's
Half.
disappeared.
Yeah.
How did that happen? So, we go back to edge, and it's back.
That's not
No.
half a head.
There you go. That's it.
No, but then there's a shadow.
Yeah.
On
Well,
the
that's
left.
because the lighting's no good, so you
No.
can only work with what you
No,
got.
that's not why. Why is there a shadow there? Because the actual image cuts off there. Which is why what you want to make sure is that
It's the right side.
no, I'm going to show you. Which is why what you want to make sure is that the image that you put completes the frame. So, what do I mean by that? So first of all, let me save this as she's a big grown woman. Right? Save that. Save. Right? If I go to that image, and that's not like this image, what do you see? Say it, Neil. Film guy.
Black stripes down the side.
You see black stripes, which means that the ratio is not as big as the
Size of
screen.
yeah. You have
So
to
that's
do-
simple. We go to the points, and we stretch it out. Go to the point, and we stretch it out. Maybe a little bit more.
You know all this work that you're doing, is this just for one clip?
Now imagine if I had to do all your films and
Oh
get
my
them
God.
done in a
We
week.
always
Oh,
said thank
God.
you for the edit.
I know you
I
did.
know what I meant because it is, we know it. I know that.
Some of them are really long.
Yeah.
So
Right?
is that for one just,
Is
is
yours
that
long?
for just one clip, yeah?
Yeah. So like the thing about it is now, so this image is now at a size where it's outside the black. I can move it over there like this, right? I still see kind of like little black spot right there. Nothing I can do about that though, right? Now, if I go to the other image, that's outside of the thing. So, and make that bigger. Make that bigger. Right? Very simple. I'm just reframing all of my background mats. These are called mats. M-A-T-T-E. Right? Reframing all my background mats. So that way, when I go back to this timeline where my character, the woman here, now I have to make sure that she doesn't get smaller otherwhere, at the other places. Look at that, she's flying there like this. So
Hey, get out of my
I
film.
splice, and this is what your in and out is, Rachel. So I splice these two and make it in and out, so that way this image gets smaller as I want it to be. So now I make her smaller.
Yeah, point is, he's just showing you that it can be done.
Yeah.
We will
Yeah.
practice it and we'll.
Yeah.
take it to the-
Like you just said, it's one clip,
Yeah,
right?
Reassuring. Whereas I'm just about to get
But he's right.
yeah, brain overload.
Okay. Strange thing is that like the blackness, even though we moved that over, I don't know why it's following us.
It's the
A
dark
blood shadow.
side.
But it must be on there. So we're seeing the different resizing. If you want to make the person bigger, you can make them bigger as well, which is what Mark would have wanted for his King Kong scenario.
And
But-
you could get them to spin round as well.
Yeah, if you want to. I don't know why. this is not Fred Astaire and Top Hat.
It's handy to know this.
Fred Astaire and Top Hat. Yeah, Chase, you're real creative. So, this is her with that other background. So, the front, she sees trees. She walks into the enchanted forest. As she walks in the enchanted forest, inside the enchanted forest, from behind, this is where she left, the whole little Alice in Wonderland. Right? Look like she got a bird on her head right there. I was just thinking, where the hell did that come from? That's not in the film. No, it's the roof. Now, one last thing. Let's act like this was a film that we want nature in this garden. Right? So we go to effects. And this is where we put a little special effect in there. This is what Chase loves to play around with, right? Alright. Now, in this forest, where our lovely Helen is walking around looking for birds, right? There are little fairies that fly around. And those little fairies that fly around, really good, this starscape thing called GP Star that I love to use. And I will put it onto the picture. Right? I got my fairies flying around. Yeah? And that's because I put it on the image. When I put it onto the image, right, the image is the surrounding of the character who's here. So if I put it onto her, then they will be smaller coming out, those particles. Alright? And everything. So now, if she's looking at a forest, I might say, hey, you know what? This forest has a fog.
Did you put fog on my film?
Yeah.
I thought
Well,
so.
well, for clouds, when
Yeah,
you're
it's
flying through the
brilliant.
clouds. Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
that's right.
if
It's like
I
doors,
really
isn't
wanted
it?
it to be like, hey, look, you just walked through a fog, woman, I will put it onto her as well. And now she's three-dimensionally inside the fog. And so is her feet. So, now, again, she says, hey, look, I'm in the forest and that little gingerbread house is on fire. Because, let's say, like, right here, all right, and I'll put a splice on it. Right here, there's a lightning bolt. Okay, wait, I don't know. Splice it up there too. Splice that.
Oh, you had that on the flying one, didn't you?
Yeah.
And Tracy's.
So there's a lightning bolt, right? And everything. But this looks like she's the hour of power, right? So we go to the effect. So whatever effect you put on, you control the effect, right? So I can make the lightning bolt smaller. And this is what I did when Nigel was the Highlander. Remember that?
Yeah.
Now, I can also move the lightning bolt to where I want it to be. And this is where editing gets really fun. And you become like, oh, I'm God. I want to actually strike that that gingerbread house. So the gingerbread house gets struck by lightning. Right? Now, what happens is, don't mess with Mother Nature. I splice right here, and in this section, I need to get rid of the lightning bolt. This is what I didn't do in Tracy's. It was too much lightning. So I get rid of the lightning bolt, so we only get one lightning strike here. Right? And it strikes here.
I
and
was happy with all the lightning.
oh, no, that's cool, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Now, let's see. I'm going to come back to that for a second, but then I'm going to show you another trick. How do I make the lightning feel real? Anybody?
Sound.
There you go. What kind of sound, Rachel? Show me you've been listening all day.
Where's the sound?
Non-digested.
just said, what?
Non-digested. Non-digested.
Non-digested.
Was it in
Non-digested.
can you get 3D effects like the red,
You
green,
can,
and whatever?
you can,
Like if someone's
a little more sitting around and stuff like that. Now, chase effects, dark corners. So this is where I said I had all of these different sound effects. So there's the body punches, distant thunder, distant lightning,
thunder.
single thunder clap. So we just import that, and we put that right here where the lightning strikes.
Doesn't it? Shouldn't you do it 1 second? Oh no, if it's the same time, that means it's above your head, doesn't it?
God, it takes
The
forever, doesn't
thunder,
it?
the lightning.
Doesn't it take forever? You know what?
You can
Apparently
count.
this.
Yeah. You got that right, Tracy. I've seen that movie. Well, listen. Right?
Mhm.
Still hearing the birds of the beautiful forest, but what are we missing?
Thunderclap.
No, you just got that. What are we missing?
Rain.
Rain. So we
And
go
here it
down for some rain.
It's all.
So
And if it's
we
raining, apples
put the rain in the forest.
Why is that Teletubbies flower there every time?
I don't know. Oh, this? No. It comes with the program. I'm going to make it rain all day, but it's just lightning right then and there. Right? And everything. So it's raining in the background.
So you need the sound of rain.
Do I?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what I can do for you.
If we wanted to get really clever, I actually have a reaction shot of Helen as if something has just like flown past her head.
No, I know.
You could have a
I know. I've seen that.
stick
Now,
of
wait
it.
a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at this. There's a nice running water there, right? See, I'm having too much fun, right? And this is why editing is fun, people, and it's not complicated. Look, watch this. Yeah, my little waterfall. Where'd you go? Oh, okay, I see you.
Can't you set the house on fire?
Yeah, no.
I'm going to set the house on fire. Wait a minute. I thought you were going to set the house on fire. Wait a minute. Hold on now. Let me just make my little waterfall. Now, so we go to the effect. We see our little waterfall over there. Now, X and Y offset. This gets us to go on an axis.
X-axis,
So,
Y-axis.
Yeah. It's mathematics, damn it.
Why you to have a waterfall? What
Right there.
are you doing?
Just because.
I thought you wanted the sound of a waterfall and not What's the image of a waterfall?
Yeah.
The takeaway is that you can layer effects. You can have more than one. Yeah. Put together as many as you like.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Why would you have a waterfall?
There's gratitude for you.
It's not fine, I can understand, but you know what I mean? You can have anything.
Why would you have a waterfall?
Don't have a waterfall.
Just don't set Helen on fire. She'll kill me. She'll say, I never signed up to this. You said I was walking through an enchanted dream world, not like being set on fire.
Alright, so we got a little waterfall going, right? And now we'll set the house on fire, okay?
We get it, Chase.
Rachel's getting bored now.
Can we swiftly move on? We know you love your effects. We all love effects.
Wait a minute, Rachel.
We have 10 more to go there, we go.
Hold on, Rachel. It's got to be a huge fire. You got to go down. That's a
Oh,
fire.
bloody hell.
That looks really good, actually. That does look really good.
Have you got it after the lightning
Have we
strike?
got the sound of it? Though?
Yeah, it comes after the lightning. Watch. Let's see. All right. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna burn it all down anyway. But let's see. Oh, sorry. It's doing two things. Got to do all three. Alright. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
Almost evil, isn't it?
wait a minute. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna burn it all down. But wait.
There's a house down.
I'm gonna burn it all down. Yeah, I am gonna burn that damn house down. But what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna throw some smoke in it, fire first of all. Like
Yeah,
smoky
no
bear and
smoke on
stuff.
fire, yeah.
You gotta have some smoke. You
Yeah, the
got fire. You
smoke
gotta have some
Come
smoke.
afterwards.
I love this. This is good. Are you recording that? This is good. There's some smoke in that fire. Look at that fire. Look at that smoke right there. I don't think I even have to move this. Let's see. All right, what about that?
Just stand in the hot spring.
It's like, why is she standing there? Yeah, I gotta offset that, I think. Okay, so.
If I'd known we were doing this, I'd have got some shots of Helen looking terrified,
I know, right?
running away.
First of all, let me take a picture. So, I often do this every time I'm editing your stuff, right? I go to the photo and I take a snapshot of this.
It's a whole different slant though, Nigel, to what your original concept was.
Right, and then now I'm gonna so I took that picture real quickly.
What does 3D mean on there?
It gives you an illusion of 3D, you know, like your movies. So what they usually do is to give you the illusion of 3D in movies is that they actually double the image. So
Yeah.
to pull it out, they
Yeah.
actually put an image in front of another image, and then they extending that out and
Stretch
give
it
you that
out, yeah.
illusion of 3D.
That interests me. 3D.
Does it? So then this, right? Because we're gonna go and shoot something. So like the idea with that is what Nigel just said that I wanted to point out. If you know what you can do, right? What Neil is trying to tell you, the idea is he could have had Helen prepare for it. So all he did was knew that he was going to have a background, right? And so, ooh, there's flowers, there's birds. Now what happened is as the editor, I'm going, why are you saying all that? Because one, I don't have any flying birds. Why are you having to move like this, you know, as if a bird just went by her, right? I can't do all of that. But as you saw with my little fairy dust, the GPU star, tell her that the fairy's going to fly around her. So if Nigel knew the effects, then he would have said, hey, do all of this. He would have said,
Yeah.
as you can see, okay, there's fairies flying all around you. And he would have told her, like, oh, wow, it just got away from me. Oh, it just got away from me. And he would have been able to, because he sees that.
You know, she's looking at something in her hand. Could you
Yeah.
edit something into her hand?
Yeah. So I had already did some. What it is that like it was a little cheap effect on there, but yeah, you could take like a glowing ball or globe or anything like that, and you could do that. Just like with yours with Midhat, I moved it because the glass was see through. You see that what I did was put it in the kitchen and I put sparkling water in the glass so that way the glass had an image for it. And it didn't make any difference because he still looked like he was in my kitchen rather than in a